Can I comment, but
What up, my brother?
what's going on, bro?
Chilling, chilling, chilling. All right. It's been a minute since we've been on with the Brutally Honest Rap Show, but we're gonna have to do it differently tonight. The way we're gonna have to do it tonight, we're gonna do the interview and then we're gonna do the music separately. All right. I'm just happy to have my brother, the Chipster, Zone 29's finest. My brother from day one. You know how we did it out there out there on BMO and Hilton. You know what I'm saying?
Already, you already know, bro. I'm
And
tripping.
it's
What
a
up, though? I gotta say something because people commenting, bro. I tried to comment back, but I see people saying stuff. So, E-Rock, we see you, bro. Leslie, Pokey, whoever it is, I just want to let them know because we've been having technical difficulties, so we appreciate them waiting for us. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
absolutely. Shouts out to Tunchi 29 Zone. That's what I'm talking about. And shouts out to Miss Leslie and shouts out to our Pokey Sue in the building. Um, now we appreciate you guys coming on like I said, we had to start the whole new channel over, but we're gonna build it. We're gonna build it from rock bottom again. That's how we do. That's what make us soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it ain't easy, but we'll take the challenge. You know what I mean? Um, now, once again, it's a blessing to have my brother from the urban wear or the clothing line, Hood to Good. Man, we appreciate you, brother. And the gear's looking real good. You know what I mean? And you've been building. I seen you out there grinding and everything. So if you don't mind, my brother, let everybody know where you're from.
Already, you already know I'm where you from. We cut from the same cloth for real. You know what I mean? Zone 29
Absolutely.
original. Baltimore and Hilton area, you know what I mean? Definitely Zone 29 for life, man. But we grew up in a time, bro, where, man, you might used to play its, ride bikes, jump ramps, play in the woods, all that. These kids don't know, but, you know, that's when the hood was the hood. So, yeah, that's where I come from, the old school days where we had respect for our elders, grandparents, teachers. Teachers could beat me. You know what I mean? And for real, I ain't like it back then, but I think it all made me who I am today. You know what I mean?
Man, it's funny you say that, brother, because I stress that a lot, to be honest with you. What happens is, a lot of times what I do, like I might get on here, we talking relationships or we talking the world or just environment or whatever. It could be the streets or whatever, right? And so the thing about that, you just said something that was key. Like a lot of us, we came up listening to the what we call today OGs, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we learn a lot from them. You know what I mean? We learn a lot. We learn common sense, street smarts, experiences, and all that stuff. So that's important. You know what I mean? So again, for us to be at the age we are, still living where we from, man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, brother, for real. So
You know what? Hey, can I say something about that, bro? You
absolutely.
just spoke my mind. Like that's my whole thing. Like my favorite quote from Ali: "A man that think the same at 50 that he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life." When I was 20, I didn't think I would make it out my 20s. When I used to see like my grandfather and them, I'm like, I'll never be that old. Now I'm pop. You feel me? Like
Right.
I didn't think I'd let it be no pop. In the
Right.
environment we grew up in, you know what I mean? We were seeing homies get killed in front of us at a young age, man. You know, and thank God we made it out. And like you said, we had OGs. And that's one of the reasons I wrote my book to let these people know,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like, this is my story. You don't got to make the choices I made, but yeah, if I'm an OG, I got to share some type of knowledge to let you know how I survived. You feel me?
So let me ask you this, Chip, right? I mean, now you wrote a book, right?
Yeah.
Let everybody know the name or the title of your book.
The title of my book is the same as the title of my brand. From hood to good. Actually, I was going to church. It was around COVID time. You feel me? I write a bunch of poetry, so everybody told me to write a poetry book. So my first book was like a little
Oh,
poetry, like some poems, right? But they were spiritual. And when I printed it, and I walked around the way, one of the people they was getting high or something. They was like, "Who obituary is that?" I was mad as hell because, it was only like 30 pages. It looked thin, you feel me? So I was like,
right, right.
obituary? Well, it's my book. So anyway, so my pastor at the time was like, no, that's what they saying is like, what made you write those poems in that book? Get deeper because the poems was deep, but if you don't get deep into your story, and that's what inspired me to write my whole autobiography for the first 40 years of my life. You feel me? It was Ron Uncut for a reason. If you read it, if you grew up with me, I don't put no name, but if you grew up with me, you're gonna know who you are in there and everybody I'm talking about in there as far as in the younger part and the people of my older age. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
My brand is hood to good.
That's what I'm talking about. And you one of those true soldiers from around the way that can really speak that experience and definitely somebody can listen to. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that really got me, which was a beautiful thing about you and Chill. Let's not forget our brother
Yeah,
Chill and all
that's
that.
about right, hand for sure.
Yeah. So that y'all started embracing spirituality. You started going to church and stuff like that. If people only knew, you know what I'm saying? If people
Right.
only knew, but look at where you at now. That's a straight
I,
blessing right
you
there.
going out and in and out a little bit, bro, but I'm definitely hearing
Okay, yeah, my bad.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said, if people only knew, you know what I mean? I mean, they would really respect what you're doing. Although people are respecting what you're doing already, but if they only knew, you know what I'm saying? Like we came up in some really like wild
Come
times.
on.
And
Yeah, the
a
only
lot of
we
times,
know, you feel me?
yeah, and a lot of times, as bad as it was, I also wouldn't trade it in for nothing.
Me either, bro.
I hate the soldiers that we lost coming up. We lost a lot of good people.
A
And every
lot.
time when I say soldiers, don't mean thugged out, whatever. If that was that
Exactly.
part of their life, then it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just calling them soldiers because of young men. I mean, it
That
was
was
it was
building
rough.
stand firm with each other. You know what I mean? Like we grew up with, like I said, man. I done fought so many
Right.
of my friends when I was a kid, but we ain't kill each other. You know what I'm saying? And now I
Right.
see dudes that I didn't probably shot at when I was younger. I used to be that wild. You feel me? And now we see each
Right.
other. We happy that we still here, bro. You know what I mean? Like you said, man, we came up out the mud for real. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even though our neighborhood wasn't as bad as the projects, but we had issues around there. It wasn't no chumps.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely was nothing to sleep on. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now and this probably I don't want to say dry snitching. It's just an experience, and I think you was out there. Uh, do you remember the lawnmower man that used to be
Yeah,
under the bridge?
yeah.
Was you out there? And I think you was out there that day. You know what I'm
I'm not
talking about,
admitting
right?
to nothing though. Well, go ahead.
But you remember
I probably
story
was.
about it, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
He walked all the way up from the bridge, and some noise went off. Ga ga ga
Yeah,
ga.
right, right.
And walked all the way back down. The police came and everything, and old boy was walking, got away. I guess for a little bit, but I mean that was just crazy. You know what
Right.
I mean? That just goes to show you. I mean, back then the things that we were going through. And like I said, that falls back into explaining to people why you named your brand what you did.
And like I say, once again, I started going to church real heavy, right? And the pastor actually gave me, well, didn't give me the name, but the pastor was doing a series called Ratchetness to Righteousness, right? It was like a
Mm,
5 week series. So I'm listening, I'm like, wow. But all my poems, spiritual poems, seem to go that way. Like my poem, you done heard me spit it. If you give me a chance, I spit that. That's my hood, the good story before we get off. But anyway, yeah, so all my poems normally start off kind of rough and read lead to better stuff. You feel me? Because they true testimonies of how I really been through. Like you said, who'd have thought that Chip would go to church? Man, I was going to church every year. I mean, every Sunday, right? I was taking dudes like, there's no way you would get them in church, but I was able to get them to go with me, bro. The fact that I'm in there and then bringing people with me was a shock. But like I said, it came from her thing called Righteousness to Righteousness. And when I said I was going to use it, she was like, no, I might write a book with that, come up with your own thing. And that's the only thing I could think of. It just hit me like from good to good. And I stuck with it. You feel me?
Like I said, it's a beautiful thing, man. Because when I saw, I was like, man, look at you, Chip going and going to church and everything, and that goes to show you that lives can be turned around uh for the better. You know what I mean? You was always a good, solid dude, but some moves that be made around that, or decisions. Let's say
I mean,
decisions
let's
that we
keep
had
it
to
100 though.
make.
Let's keep it 100 because you're a homie. You grew up with me. You was my
Right.
man. But a lot of people tell me I used to be a bully. I'm like, what? I was a bully. I didn't
Right.
know I was no bully, but okay. I
You
probably
know what?
was. You know what I mean?
I can kind of see what they was, if, especially if they just getting to know you, or if they wasn't around you. I can see it because you had like a forceful personality,
Right.
right?
That's
It probably didn't mean to be, but that's just how you were.
what
You
I'm
know what I
saying. Like
mean?
people are like, you look mean. I'm like inside. I'm thinking I'm smiling. They like, why your mug always broken? I'm thinking I'm, you know what
Right,
I mean?
right. Yeah. So, but always well respected, and even to now, like you said, I mean, you a lot of times you got the thoroughest of dudes from around the way, whatever, to actually start attending church, and
Right.
it's much respect for that, and you doing that. You know what I mean? Um, and so what? Okay, you just told us about the sermon, whatever, and then that's how you came up with the name, right?
Right.
You put your own twist to it, and I came up with this name myself. All right. So now, for me to see your grind and everything, and I was watching out like my homeboys, my day ones like yourself. I'm definitely going to watch and support and everything else, right?
Mhm. I
So
mean, come
I
on. You
see.
know, I came down there one time and you made sure I went to your bike store, made sure me and Trell ate good and all that. It was welcome up to the
Yeah,
house, but we were down there to do something else. You know what I mean? But
right.
you definitely welcome me with open arms. But go ahead.
Yeah, and you know what though? It was a blessing and so good to see y'all too. That was a
Yeah.
very dope, wonderful surprise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all hung out, broke bread or whatever. And you guys are always welcome back. And I'll do the same thing again because I know when I'm up there.
Yeah.
Actually,
You
when I came up
already.
there, you know
Yeah,
when
and
I
I
came.
saw you.
When I
Yeah.
came up
Yeah.
there,
Rambo on
yeah,
answer. Yeah.
yep, the whole hood came out. We
Yeah.
had a blast, and that was when
Yeah.
I think Tanya and them had the little carry out right there.
Yeah. 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 She had a little store right there.
The crazy thing, I think that was in like 2016, and I came
Oh,
2019. That was the last time I came. I need to. I'm gonna have to make another visit up there to see y'all, whatever. And we're gonna do some things. So now, how do you make your connections and to keep your brand going?
everybody think I'm crazy, man, because they say I'm just a picture man, right? But they fail to
Mhm.
realize I take most pictures when somebody I see with my brand on. I just promote myself. Like when I went to college, I already know public relations. All it is like you gotta have billboards and promotion. I ain't gotta pay millions if I can just keep getting somebody to wear it. You feel me? So I wear it everywhere I go. I'm my own walking billboard. I make everything myself. That way nobody can else say they got it nowhere else. And then I just keep pushing. I just post every day I can. Somebody buying my brand. I don't care who it is. I done ship stuff to Arizona. I went to Florida for a week. I'm down there selling stuff. Like wherever I go, I'm pushing my brand myself because I can't count on nobody but me to make it happen.
Man, that is the drive and the energy to have. Now, I'm gonna ask you this: don't it feel good when you build, or you put something together yourself,
What?
and then you see people supporting around the way, and then it starts to travel from state to state? Feel good, don't it?
Yeah, it feel great. Like, I mean, I ain't huge or nothing at all, but I think that yeah, like you said, man, I feel like I'm doing something with my life. Whereas though, like I said, man, I didn't think I'd make it out my 20s. If you had told me that the 50 Chip would have 3 books he self-published on Amazon and a clothing line, I'd have thought you was crazy. You feel me?
Right,
Come on,
right.
man. I never expected to even be living and be a pop. None of these things that's going on in my life. I recently lost my mother. Didn't never think I had to live to see that. And that ain't do
Yeah,
nothing but light more fire under me, man. So I'm just determined, bro, that God kept me for a purpose. And I'm just going to try my best to leave a positive mark, man, and try to touch our people in a positive way.
man, you need to keep on going with that chipster because it's working. You know what I mean? Like I said, forever. I always see you grinding. I mean, a lot of people might think I get on Facebook or whatever social media a lot. I actually don't because I have
Right,
like some other stuff going on, and so I'm constantly doing that. So, but I do like to watch reels. I like to laugh. You know what I'm
right,
saying? But
right.
when I do get on, I always check up on you, or like you and the other brothers or whatever, and y'all constantly grinding. And that, like I said, it's
Right,
always a beautiful thing to see that. And and then I don't think you could have named your brand a better name brand. I mean, I'm serious.
right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, we
And I
got
got it trademarked because Sheldon was the original Murder Inc. You feel me? But once he got killed, I got pictures to prove he was Murder Inc. before Ja Rule and all them. You know what I mean? But his
yeah.
mother said right before he got killed, because he was supposed to go up there and get it. So I got it trademarked and everything. So nobody can steal it. You know what I mean? I do see when you go on Amazon looking for books, there's other people had that name as well. That just show that great minds think alike. You feel me? I definitely ain't steal it from nobody. I'm like, wow, somebody do have that title as well. But like you said, for the life I live and where we come from, is everybody can relate in some sort of way.
And it's funny you brought him up. Um, my little sister actually ran into his older sister. They were doing some like a remembrance walk for a friend of theirs, and they met each other. But speaking of that, we gonna go old school. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but
I can see
that's
it.
yeah, Sheldon and all of us.
Yeah, I
Because you
see it.
remember that
Yeah, you gotta send me that picture.
yeah, I'll send it to you. And what it was that you were absolutely right. And I used to tell people that Murder Inc. Because you remember, I forgot the dude. I think it was Stevie. Used to
Yeah,
be the
that was the
DJ.
DJ. Yeah, Cool Breeze was his name, but Stevie. Yeah,
Yeah. And then that's when I came in after him. Right.
yeah.
So
I know.
yeah, yeah. So the thing about it was that um again, great brothers like that unfortunately you know, lost their lives early in the game. I mean,
Right.
because Sheldon, he was another one, another staple of where we or how we grew up
Yeah,
together.
he was
You know what
one
I'm
of a
saying?
kind. You feel me? For sure.
Definitely was. And I miss brothers like that. And that's why I'm glad to see y'all still doing what y'all doing because it's important. It's
Right.
really important. It's important from like even when I come and visit, it's important for me to see y'all. You know what I mean? So
And it's
so
just as
we are
important. Don't think the love ain't the same. And I feel the same way, bro. When you hit me, like you said, I be busy. They think I'm on social media. Like I take some pictures and I won't read most of the comments. I just put a heart on everybody who commented. But I don't be on
right,
there following people and saying into all that drama. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of
right,
times I don't check my messenger. When I had to look, I said, "Damn, Creek hit me." You feel me? I was like, I could get
right, right,
back at my man. And I'm honored, bro. Like to this point, like I said, I don't care if people think I'm soft now. I realize as a man that we have emotions for a reason, man. I be crying like that. You know what I mean? That's how happy I be. I don't mean I'm soft. I'm just really happy to be able to be on here. Yo, you my day one for real, bro.
yeah, because they again, when you go back to they don't some people don't understand what you've been through or what we've been through as young men coming up. It was really rough. And I have those moments too. Like
Right.
the day before yesterday, I thought one about I think it was the day before, yeah, it was about 2 days ago. And I saw something on social media. I just popped on it and I thought that it was one of our homeboys. I ain't gonna say no name because now I think it wasn't that and I thought it was him, and he used to attend the show a lot, and I thought it
Right,
was him. People were saying my condolences to your family and blah 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 and all this. That hit me. I was on the verge of crying, like
right.
and he was another good dude. And you know this dude, but I ain't gonna say no names. I don't think it was him, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was maybe his niece.
Sorry.
And I
Yeah,
felt bad for that because
yeah.
it was a post I saw that they posted up there, and it was her birthday. And then 2 days later, they said she was dead. And I was like, what? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
So
yeah.
especially from me moving, when I was up there, and this is a true story. When I was up there, you already know, Chip, when we hear so and so died, when we're there, we're numb to it because we hear it all the time.
Right,
But
right.
move out of town where it's less of uh people losing
People
their
pass
lives,
through.
less,
Yeah,
you become more sensitive when you hear now that they did, right?
yeah.
So
Right.
it's one of them things. And what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to open up the line so people can come on and ask questions, you know, on
Okay.
the so I'm gonna put the link in the comment section right here in a second. So we got Tunchi.
I was
Um
about to say, can I do that? I'm not sure if you said,
hey,
this a good time for me to show them? 'Cause I got all three in my hand right now.
yeah,
If
you
you
can
read the
do
comment,
hey, yeah,
this the first
oh,
one that they called obituary. Let
okay,
me
yeah.
see. I don't know. I
Try to
don't
get
know
it
if
over.
I'm doing it right.
Yeah, try to move it over.
There you
Look,
go.
there we
All right. Well, see how
so
thin this is? They
yeah,
called it obituary. Kind of offended me, right?
right.
So that was that one, right?
Hmm.
Then this the heard the good one, the autobiography.
Okay. So can we
Right. You
actually
can
go
see that
buy
thing
those?
going. Yeah, they on Amazon. It's definitely on Amazon. All of them on
Okay.
Amazon. With the back of it.
So
Like I said, I don't know how to control my camera for this, but y'all getting a view, and this is the latest one right here. Like I said, the poetry book.
got you. Okay.
You feel me?
So before the show is over, I'm going to want you to literally stand in front of the camera so we can see the cover, because I want everybody who's on here now and later to go on and support my brother Chip. I mean, because I'm gonna tell you, he got some real. When I say stories, I ain't talking about fake stories. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
that's what I'm
real
saying. Ain't true.
live stories.
Authentic.
So yeah, and then also, if we go and want to purchase it from Amazon, right? What will we just do? We go in and type in
If you just
hood to
put in
good.
hood to good, if you just put in hood to good, like I said, surprisingly, it's quite a few people that have that title. I swear I didn't know
Mhm.
until I wrote my own book. So that's why I say great minds must think alike. Because I definitely
Yeah.
didn't know that when I made it. I thought I was original. But anyway, just put in Warren Chipster Scott. You see what I'm saying? Or raw and uncut stuff like that. When you put hood to good, then mine will come up. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying?
All right.
If I
Right.
knew how to go on this chat thing, like the last time I tried to chat back to Timchi, um, I went out. Now I want to log myself out. You feel me? But I could have put the links on here as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can do that. You can actually type it in down there, if you can see it, or if you go to YouTube,
You
if
know
you
what
have
I'm saying?
another
When I try to
phone.
respond to him, no, I don't want to push none of them buttons. 'Cause I'm feeling
Okay.
this vibe right now, and I don't want to knock it up myself off. But
And
we
I'm
can
gonna
come
read
back next week to follow up, or I can put it in. You know what I mean? The link afterwards if we share it after this. However.
and, and I'm gonna read his comment anyway. Show your three books if you can, and let everyone know how they can purchase them.
I
Also,
don't
let
see how
everyone
to flip the camera on this app, bro. That's the problem.
well, if you hold them up the way you was holding them and just
Hmm.
get them more direct, because I know it's kind of hard. I was just doing the same thing when I was trying to hold the picture up. It's kind of weird, but we definitely want to do that. We want to see the book,
How about
face,
this? I
so
got
that
my
we can go
girl over
in.
there. I don't know if she want to come help me with this. She might not want to
Okay,
come on camera, but she down here. So come here for a minute.
okay.
If she
And
hold
so
the
he
camera, then I can hold the books.
right,
Just hold the
and
phone
and
like this.
Tunchi doing it right. We're gonna have Tunchi up on here
All right.
because like that, he,
So
he
now
was
you
saying
gotta
show
go
you.
tap me now.
There you go. All right, hold on one second. What I'm going to keep it right there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to blow it up. There you go. So
That's
please
the
make sure
first.
y'all go and support my brother
The
Chipster,
first.
right?
That's the second one.
Man, looks good too, top quality.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You got
So we're gonna go and support my brother on Amazon,
you
and we're
got
gonna type in good to good.
three. You get
And
this?
then yeah, yep. We looking at them. Yep. Is that the latest one?
Yeah, this is the one that just dropped like last month.
Okay. All right. And so what we're gonna do to go to support, we're gonna go to Amazon and type in hood to good so that we can support my brother, and make sure y'all see Chipster on there.
You gotta even put Warren Chipster Scott though, 'cause like I said, there's some other people, but they see what the covers look like. So if you don't see that cover, that ain't me.
Right. So be careful. Make sure y'all see that and when y'all go to purchase the book, and do it that way. Now, here I'm going to do this right. I'm going to go ahead and pop the link up there right now, just in case if someone wants to come on and have questions for you.
Yeah,
There, the link right there in the comment section that I just posted up. All y'all have to do is click on the link and come in with the questions. Now,
you got any questions?
is
Man?
is there any hold on one second, let me get this. Is there any like one, like, let's say, growing up incident? Hold on one second. Where, let's just say, if you can give us, what is this thing doing? If you can give us oh, I know what happened. I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I
All right, there
see
we
you,
go.
man.
Now, let's say, is there any one, if you can give us a incident that happened? I know you already know, say no names. Growing up,
Yeah.
like, and then you could say, just to just to talk about like things that happen to make you start making a turn in your life. And hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me do this. Good. So thank you for coming and supporting the show, and also the show that my brother Chipster is on. Please, by any means, please ask questions. Um that way he can answer any of your questions, and you can learn more about the Chipster. So, but is there any uh situations that ever happened that in your life coming up, and you say, you know what, I got to do better?
Um, there's so many things that happen in my life that you wouldn't believe. Like I can't make this stuff up. You feel me? And
Right.
the main thing that I can say is I always told myself I would never use drugs, man. You feel me?
Hmm.
And some type of way, I became my best customer as a hustler. You feel me? That's the worst, number one rule. I broke that. So if anything I say coming up, that's where I really dropped the ball at. I think I was always smart and had ambition, but them drugs will definitely wear you down. You feel me? So if anything that I would say I really regret, I wish I could have made it without going through that. But at the same time, going through that also made me who I am today. You see what I'm saying? I don't know,
Right.
but yeah, that's one of the things I would say out of everything. Because like other than that, like you grew up with me in the same, but you strong enough, you never used drugs. You see what I'm saying? But you probably
Mhm.
saw everything else I saw. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
ain't none of that shit, nothing that ain't normal in the hood. You know what I mean? So personally, for me, it's just the fact that I knew better and didn't do better when it came to me falling into that trap for a while. You feel me?
But you know what though, my brother Chip, here's the thing about that though. Just imagine the strength that you had to have to pull yourself out of
I mean, it's an everyday struggle. You know, it
it.
still ain't over. You know, I dream about it still. You know what I mean?
That's a
It's a battle,
whole
bro.
right. That's a whole nother strength. So just as much strength it took for somebody to not do it, it takes as much more strength to come up out of it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's the thing. And you know, now Miss Leslie. Now, say for instance, okay, you guys are from it's I was going to say St. Louis, but from Missouri, right?
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah,
I have never
I'm
been to
from
Missouri,
Columbia.
but from what you heard from Chipster, have you ever seen people from where you are that have almost everybody's story is different, but that could actually talk about the things that he's on here talking about, and also now turned his lifestyle around to now become an entrepreneur and um, actually someone who helps a lot of people and that has the respect. Hello, Miss Amelia, how you doing? Good, great to see you. Thank you so much for stopping through. Um, do you do you see people like that?
Yeah, I have. That's one thing I was going to ask. Chip, you were saying earlier you're pop now. So when when you're creating your music and everything, do you think about that? And like a lot of the music today is kind of about sex and drugs and things like that. So do you try to inspire youth to do better?
Well, like I said, I have a hood to good poem that I always do. I'm not really into music. When I was younger, Concrete was the best DJ we had. We couldn't wait for him to come out with a new tape and put our name on it and all that. Say our name in it when he was mixing. He was up, he's a king, Baltimore Hill. Where we was at, he always gave his homies their shouts. But I was never really into the music side. I'm more of a poet. My new book is all
Oh,
poems, but they're very
okay.
positive. But what I will
Uh-huh.
tell you as a pop, I knew I grew up in the neighborhood and I thought selling drugs was the way to go. And if you
Hmm.
go on my page and follow me, my granddaughter is 7, and I've been taking her outside this summer every Saturday to start our own lemonade stand in the same
Mm,
Yeah,
neighborhood I sold drugs in. So that's what I'm doing
that's
with my granddaughter as a pop up.
yeah.
that's
I think
powerful.
kids today, yeah, kids today feel entitled. I think um,
Yeah.
don't like us. We're older, so I think when we were growing up, we learned about work ethic and how important work is, and I don't think that's instilled as much today.
Well, like he was saying, I
Was
mean, you're speaking from a Missouri point of view, for one. Um, I might not have had too much work ethic story than me because I was watching
So,
people struggling. Like they had shut down a lot of the good jobs, like Bethlehem Steel and the auto industry had got
mm,
shut down, and that's when a lot of our fathers lost jobs and stuff. So the economy was bad for us working when I was coming up, and that's kind of
mhm,
how we started turning to the street way of making money. So I can't really speak on being raised with work ethics like that, but I can speak on being raised with valuable ethics that let me know to respect my elders and respect myself. Don't be no fool, that type of thing.
right.
you know the
I guess
crazy
I
thing
should
about
say.
that? Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. I guess I should say. I grew up out in the country,
Right, yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying. So it might have been a little different for you. I understand that.
right, right. Yeah, lot
I'm gonna
different,
tell you.
but
Here's
Well,
the
hopefully
here's
I
here's the
answered your
wild thing.
question, even though I'm not a singer enough, a rap artist. Did that kind of answer your question? Like, do you think what I said is okay? What I'm doing as a pop up?
yeah, yeah. You're a I mean, you're still an art. You're an artist. You're a poet, and you write books. Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I answered your question to the best of my ability.
Yeah, yeah.
Here,
Thank you.
here's the wild thing though, Chip. Now, when you were just talking about now we got kids today that don't respect their parents. And me personally, I have no respect expect especially for these young ones that don't respect their mother. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it's
unheard of. Like the way I see, I'm like, it's no way I can't even fathom talking to my mother like that. Like, what?
right. That's what I'm
right.
saying. And it's
That was
I don't know.
impossible.
I don't know where this came from me, but I can truly say it's just instilled to me. Like I just can't. It just like that's the thing that gets to me when somebody is not treating their mother right. Right. It just kills me with that. However, now that when you was talking about that, even though we was growing up and wherever you say you were, whatever, you was always respectful to the elders, no matter
Yeah,
what. Like
always.
Chip in them streets, you know what I mean? That name travel, whatever, you know what I mean? A lot of people knew not to mess with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you were definitely a homeboy, a brother to many, but also highly
No, yeah,
respected.
no,
I
no,
mean,
yeah. I wasn't no chump right there. I wasn't to be played. You know, that's why I get so much respect now. People respect me now. They look at me like, wow, if Chip, like, man, I'm telling you, bro, the same way you talking to me, and I embrace it. But I didn't realize that. You know what I mean? But coming up,
right.
man, we've been through a lot, and for us to be here, I definitely just like you. Certain people got the same respect, just like we just lost Kojak. I already knew his funeral was gonna be packed. Certain people just know, man. You know what I mean?
I wish I could have made that. That was my brother right there. And R.I.P. to Kojak and condolences to his family and his brother Tojo. That was my
Yeah,
guy too. And
for sure.
that
Yeah,
that right there, that one hit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, but and I hate to see the brothers that make it to. First of all, I don't care what age they are. I hate to see the brothers, pass away from this earth. But
Yeah,
especially when they make that
especially
to
with the
that
street
50 and stuff
violence,
like
though.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, street
at this
violence
age, like, I hope nobody shoot me now. If I got shot in my 20s, that's fine. Don't shoot me now. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't no threat to nobody no more.
right. Well, I mean, you just keep doing what you're doing, my brother, because you're doing great things, and that's what it's about. And like I said, I mean, if anything, like you ain't going to disrespect. You had good peoples behind you, your mom and all that and everything, and then just you had good peoples behind you. And then the thing about it is that you can go from, you could be that street guy, but also you will turn like if somebody disrespecting elders or whatever,
Man.
y- you wasn't having it.
Yeah, I done had to seen a dude trying to rape a girl and that. I done stepped in and, yeah, I definitely, you
Mhm.
wasn't disrespecting children, females, and elders. You feel me?
Right,
Not when I grew up.
right.
You know,
Um,
it wasn't happening.
th- there was a one incident, and this is from out of the blue, and I'm really not going to touch it because it's deep to me or whatever. But it was one day, and this was back when I was young, man. This is back when I had my first car, that Audi 5000.
Yeah, I remember.
That car. One day, I was coming up through Baltimore Hilton, and y'all was out there, and we was talking tapes. Like I was like, I'm gonna have some tapes this weekend, right? Boom.
Right,
I was talking to y'all for a minute, then I pulled off and went up the street, and there was this one other cat, right? That he came, and he wasn't really originally from our crew,
right.
but and we really ain't mess with yo. But you know who I'm talking about. If one day we'll bump heads, and I'm gonna tell you, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, this dude, he was a rapist. And
Okay.
it was messed up how I found out, and we'll talk on that. But the dude was a
Yeah,
rapist, and I'm like,
definitely. Yeah,
if had I known, I mean, I don't even want to talk to a dude. I know I'd probably
yeah.
talk to
If you
Miss
doing that,
Paul,
yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
because we don't know.
you
You know
ain't
what I mean?
cool, right?
Yeah, but after that, once I found that out, oh man, dude was just. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
he
never
was just
played that. You feel me? Because I grew up with
yeah,
my mother and my sister. Like, no, and I had to be
right.
the man to make sure they was safe. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I was young. I was fast. I was 14 and could cop out the bar. I was wild when I was coming up.
Right. Yeah, no, it's the whole, just thing, and that's why I said that your brand and what you named your brand, really, I mean, it hit. It really hits because it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. There's nothing fake about it. And then you have so much positivity coming behind it that just really is just a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, and I like I said, I definitely had to have you on, and I definitely um want to, I'm going to support you, and I want everybody else to support you. everybody that's on here now, and when I post this on YouTube or
Definitely share that
any
link
other
with me
platform.
too.
Yeah, I want everybody to go and support you and grab your book from Amazon. Remember, Hood to Good, and make sure it's Chip that y'all that
Yeah,
Hood to Good, right?
you're right.
And then the other thing is that uh I need for you to give your social media
I'm about to
information
say.
out so people can
I'm
follow
kind
you.
of freaking
You
out,
know,
right? Because your mouth ain't going with your words right now, right? I don't know what the
yeah, I
delay
know
is, but
my
I'm
internet
like,
is
I'm looking
tripping
at your
right
lips
now.
ain't moving, but you're talking. It's fine.
Yeah, my internet tripping right now. It's tweaking,
Right.
but um,
I'm like, I'm tripping or no. Okay, but no, I hear you, bro. Let me do that real fast.
mm,
For Facebook, it's Chipster Scott, CHIPSTA Scott. Instagram is underscore Chipster. It's just underscore CHIPSTA. Other than that, I don't do all that TikTok and all those things. I'm still old school. I think I miss out on a lot of business because I probably could blow up on TikTok. So I just don't be into. I be doing too much, man. I can't keep up. I say everybody swear I'm a social media person. I don't even have some of these things. You know what I mean? But I'm
right.
gonna post my brand though, so I'm gonna always post that, and I'm gonna post when I'm supporting my people. Like I go to a funeral, a birthday party, I'm posting it. You know what I mean? I
Right.
can't wait to post this because you my man.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing, right? Now, this is supposed to be the brutally honest rap show night, right? But it was more important for me to get you in on an interview so we can talk about your brand and your books and everything because that's important. That is like put it like this. Again, for me to see from hood to good is deep. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
because I actually seen it. You know what I mean? And I respect it. I definitely respect the movement and everything. So
definitely appreciate you, bro.
yeah, no problem. And then the other thing is we was having some technical difficulties, right?
Right.
And I was trying to get the Brutally Honest Rap Show going, but could not. But it's important for me to have this interview. So, but we're hoping to have Chipster on every week if possible because he knows music. I know he say that he don't really do music, and I understand why he say that.
I ain't saying I
But
don't know it though, cause let me hold up. Let me catch you there. When she was saying it, she was saying as an artist, what do I let my granddaughter written? But no, like you said, I know music. I've been knowing it my whole life. Actually, my next book is called Hip Hop.
Chip Hop, oh, that's off the
And
chain.
you know where that's coming from? I've been watching documentaries and I'm like, when I was growing up, I was several characters. Like that's why I could fit in and survive anywhere. Because if I went to a certain place, I wanted to be cool like Run DMC, and I might have had my little other two-man crew with me. If I wanted to like the ladies and still be hard, I was LL. You feel me?
Right,
Still
right,
want to be ladies love me, but I'm still hard as hell wherever I go. Then I might want to go somewhere and get in a conversation where I want to be like KRS-One and Public Enemy and can talk knowledge. Like, man, hip hop really influenced who I am to you. You feel me? So yeah, that's what
right.
this book I'm working on gonna be about. Like it's gonna be tight the way I'm gonna put it together.
That's what I'm talking about. You definitely gonna have to come on with that too. Now, I want to send a big shout out to my cousin. Sweet Mama G. She know good well she should be up on here, but she be busy. But I love her to pieces. She said, "Hey, Street Tactics," and "Hey, Cuzzy, good to see you." And actually, I'm gonna call you. I know I spoke to you briefly yesterday, but I'm gonna talk to you more. I'm gonna hit you because I know I don't want to be all late on you tonight, so I'm gonna hit you. I'll hit you tomorrow, and love you, Cuzzy. So now back to what I was saying before we step off. Right now, Chipster. You know music. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know you know music because remember we was talking about the
Yeah.
tape thing and everything. So it is definitely I need you on the show because
I
you
got
ain't gonna hold no punches. You're not gonna
you. You
hold no
already
punches when
know.
you talk about
Never
the music
did.
and
I ain't gonna
everything.
change.
Right, because we used to you talk music a lot of times,
Yeah.
especially like if you're talking mixtapes or whatever. And then and you know what's funny? I always go back to think about the me and the Kenny K battles, whatever.
That's what
That
I
was
was getting ready to
exciting.
bring up. Like, that's crazy. As DJs, y'all was battling. As hoods, we was getting ready to fight that. Like, y'all was battling.
Right, right. It was like
Tripping.
was standing up for our hood or whatever.
And
But
we
that
was
was
rolling with you. That's why I'm like, we couldn't wait for Creek next tape to come out. Like, yeah.
it was crazy. But that was some fun times. You know what? One day I need to have him on here
Yeah.
with us.
Let
That'll
me
be
tell
dope.
you something, bro. I went to Dana. I don't know if you remember Dana. She like a sister to me. She Marvin and Lil Rodney cousin too, that lived on my
Okay.
block. But she just passed away. But anyway, we was at her
Oh man.
funeral. Two of the homies, I ain't gonna say their name, but they used to beef back in the day. And he was like, man, it's funny now. Like we was that stupid back then, but we all here now. You feel me? So I can imagine if you have them on. That'll definitely be a good show.
Yeah, I'm a holler at him, whatever, and try to have him on the show because it would be some good talks. And you was there that whole time, and
Right.
like he was running strong. He had his hood running strong, whatever. But it was
Right.
just exciting situation. And I was talking to somebody too. Do you remember the Morley Street parties?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
did.
yeah. So
Come
those was
on.
dope. We had some dope times coming up,
Come
growing up
on,
and
man.
everything. It was fun,
House
man.
parties was the shit back then. You know what I mean?
Right. Uh-oh, we got trouble in the building. What's up, my cuz? What's going on, cuzzy? Uh-oh. I
Is
done,
that the one you
I
just
done,
called out?
yeah,
That
that's
you
my
said should
cousin
have been
right
on
there.
here? Okay.
Yeah. She thinks she my big cousin, but she not. I'm big cousin.
Well,
So,
how you
but
doing, cousin?
Hi, Tip. I know you, Tip.
Do you know me?
I know you. I met you
You
before.
know. Oh, okay. My eyes, I'm getting older. My eyes ain't as good as they used to be, and it's lighting, so it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
yeah. So I was just celebrating with him, cuz about his books and everything and his success of the clothing line. I told him every time I get on social media, I see uh everybody with him and everything and with his books and everything. So I just wanted to send him shout outs on all of that, man, because I'm so proud of him and everything. And
Mm.
and we were just talking about some of the old times growing up and everything. So it was a fun interview, and I usually would do, like I said, the Brutally Honest Rap Show, but I'm having complications because I bought some other new pieces in here, and I got to make them work, and I haven't did a test run, so I don't want to, whatever. So Tunchi also said I had to step off. Did you let everyone know your social media and get your clothing brand? Yes, he definitely
Yes,
did
by the
that.
way, yeah, I was able to do that.
Yeah, and like I said, my brother, we gonna keep this going and everything, and that's important because, like I told you, with you being on here, you're definitely if you ever want to plug your brand, no biggie. You know what I mean? We roll like
Yeah.
that. You my brother, and like I said, it's been what, cuzzy, about 2.5 months, 3 months since I really,
Almost 3 months.
well, especially since we've been on with the relationship show. You know what I'm saying? 3 months. Wow. I had to let my arm heal too. So, but
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
had,
glad you
I
healed
had
from that.
thank you.
But
I had that big
let's
old
listen,
smash.
bro. Let me say this to you real fast, man. I've been watching how things go, and I've been your
Mhm.
supporter from day one, like you say, from back when you and Kenny K was beefing. So I'm always had
Mhm.
your back. Like before I had my own brand, I was wearing that street tactic shirt not every time, all the time, but every chance I get, I
Right.
had a couple of them. But man, this podcast, I see a lot of people doing it now. Like I see Fat Joe and Jada Kiss, and I see Cameron and Mace doing it. So, man, it'd be my honor to come on here every week and me and you bring the Baltimore ATL connection. You feel me?
Man, it'll be something good. And my cousin, even hey, we like you already know we do the relationship show too. So you experiencing relationship as well. My cousin, she be going in, she go hard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
She just get mad at me when I start
so let
late
me
at
say
night.
this as well. Like I said,
Mhm.
my latest book is all poems. It's not all spiritual. It's on relationships, everything. So I might share some poems on relationships on that show or something. You feel me?
Absolutely. And we got another one of our homeboys. He from the ATL on here right now too. Southside Doughboy. That's my boy right there. What's going on, my brother? I'm gonna make sure I hit you up here, and so we can rap too. So, but yeah, man, that we gonna do that, and cuz it can let me see how. Oh dang,
Get your
I
life
just now.
together.
I know I was very
You
cuz
awesome. Okay.
am I going to be blessed enough to have my cousin on this Friday? But I need to
If
make
it's
the
late,
announcement
no.
now.
If it's
Here's the
late,
thing.
absolutely not.
You know what, cuz I can't even get on this week. I just thought about it. I'm gonna be out of town
See
on
how he
something.
did? Wow. See, again with the foolishness. It's you.
Trying to lock you
Nah,
in, and he ain't even available, huh?
No, I
yeah,
don't pay my cousin no attention.
I, I forgot because I was just ready to try to boost you up. Like, come on, guys. My bad. But you know what? Where I'm gonna be, I am gonna go on live. I'm gonna do that, and y'all see in this, But I'm trying to make some moves here and make some big things happen and make y'all proud of me and the whole crew. All right, come
Man,
on,
I've been
cuz.
proud of you from day one anyway, bro. So I ain't tripping.
I
I did not
appreciate
know
you,
Yeah.
you
brother.
know Chipster. Mm-hmm. Chip, I'm a
Man,
peer recovery specialist too in Baltimore. That's where I know you from.
Oh, that's where you know me from. Okay. What's your name?
see,
Oh yeah, we ain't doing no name.
No.
she
Like
don't
I
even want
said,
me
I can't see that good, but yeah. So
Yeah.
did you work
I
with
met
me?
you 5 years ago. You spoke at my cohort for Impact.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah, I
know
remember. Yeah.
the
yeah.
lady
Okay.
So
that was sitting
Yeah.
there.
Okay, I remember.
Cohort number 4, yes.
Yes, I remember I came and spoke there.
Yes, sir.
yeah,
That's right.
see,
Not to look, my cousin. He act like he don't know nobody. I don't know nobody from Baltimore.
yeah. No, but and it's funny. I think you said something to me before, like, Chip. I was like, yeah, that's my brother. You know what I mean? Some of the stories we were talking about from way back in the day.
Mm.
I mean, we were younger. We was younger
Yeah,
than
we was
teenagers.
young. Yeah, we was young.
Yeah. So,
I
but
mean, young. Like you said, we was probably started at 10 or something. Like I don't know
yeah,
how, but he
Goodness.
was wild. Little
yeah.
kid, man.
But yeah, so it's like I said, it's a blessing to see you
Mhm.
doing what you're doing, my brother, and definitely keep up the good work. And like I said, I'm going to fix these glitches for the Brutally Honest Rap Show. And when I do, we're gonna, I need everybody on, and we're gonna pull this thing off. And then I know my cousin, she'd be so busy for me, so I'll be having
No, you come on late when people need to be asleep. Old people need to be
Yeah, a lot of
sleeping.
people did say, I thought you was talking 9 in the morning, 9 at night. I was like, yeah, that's what he said. So,
No,
yeah,
next one could be like 11:30, 12. I'm like, listen, sir,
right,
sir, I can't do it.
right. All right, Al Tunchi, 29 Zone said y'all have a blessed night. And Chip, I'll see you at the zone 29 Zone
Already,
reunion Saturday.
fam. I see you there for sure.
Man, hey, if y'all can get a lot of pictures and some footage so we can see it on social media. And remember, everybody, please show love to my brother Chip. Go to Amazon and pull up Hood to Good and make sure it's Chip.
Chip, put
His book.
Tipster and Warren Scott. Tipster, Warren Scott, and it should come up. All 3 of my books.
That's what I'm talking about. And he has a shirt for sale as well. Where can we get your shirts at, Chip?
Well, all of them, like I said, I do every one myself personally. So I ship them, though. I done ship them to places like Arizona, Florida, everywhere. You know what I mean? I have to ship them to you because I make them myself. But I'm getting ready. I'm tired of doing that now. So I'm about to take it to another level where it'll be able to be bought online soon. But that's something I might
Okay.
talk to you about because I know you used to have yours online like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll rap about that, and that way you can have it set up. Now, Amazon, you got the Amazon plug. I would definitely keep stuff going on Amazon, but you
Right.
also can have your own little,
Right,
setup
yeah,
on
that's what I'm
the
saying. We'll
side
talk
too.
about that though outside of
Yeah.
this, but for sure. But for now, if they order it, I'll ship it to you.
Okay, and
Just
and
let me
and
know
you
the
will be
color and
seeing me,
size you want, and I got you.
right. You will be seeing me hit you up on mine, and then cuz I love you so much, cuz when was that I talked to you was it yesterday or when was that?
See how he doing? The mind. Bless your heart.
Amnesia.
Stop picking on cuz, man.
Hey, I think it was. What was it yesterday, cuz? Or
Yes,
day
Creek.
before?
What is wrong?
It be a lot going on.
It be a lot. I said, why is he hit me in the middle of the day while I'm at work? What's happening? When you start hit me in the middle of the day, I'm like, oh boy.
I even forgot why I hit you. I can't even
And you
remember.
supposed to call me to tell me why you was gonna talk to me.
Hey, bro,
Yes.
let me say this though. I really
Uh-huh.
appreciate being on here. Like I said, I join every chance I get, but I am still trying to knock out some of these shirts for that cookout. He just reminded me about the cookout. So I'm like, shit. I'm
Yeah.
feeling like I ain't got nothing else to do. I got
Pokey
something
Sue
else to
said
do.
good night, everyone. See y'all Friday. Thank you so much, Pokey Sue. And look,
Yeah.
just handle your business, brother. I'm gonna be in touch again. I need to cop me some shirts from you, and I'm gonna hit up that Amazon. Don't y'all forget Hood to Good, Chips to Warren Scott on Amazon for the books. Y'all know how we do, cuz I love you so much. If I get another, if I can remember why I called you,
Oh
I'll
my
hit you up
God.
again.
I cannot.
So, all right.
Nothing but love
Out.
always, fam.
Okay, we are out. Much love to all of y'all. All right.
Definitely send me this link though so I can share it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'm gonna do an edited version of it too. But meanwhile, I'm gonna make sure you get this link.
Already, bro. One love.
Okay. All right. See y'all. All right, Southside. He said, "Good night, sweet mommy G."
Don't start us outside.
Not this weekend. Next weekend. Let's hit up the relationship. But the way I want to do it is to start bringing some people in with their own stories.
Mhm.
Take that chance. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So, especially like the one, remember your homegirl that night when that night when I got in trouble?
Oh gosh, please.
Yeah.
Don't give us a
Anyway,
remix of that.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. A lot of people
Just
don't want to tell that story. I'm like, the way through my situation was to tell my story. And then it's like a relief off your shoulders,
right,
Because it's like,
right.
wow, I really talked about that. Kind of when you bottle up stuff, it just stay bottled up because you don't know who else is going through
You
the
can
same thing
help.
or what you can get information from. So yeah, it's
Hmm.
definitely, much needed. And, people just, I don't know, people tell everything else, but they don't want to tell the real. And
Yeah,
you don't
and
have
that's
to
what
be
we
explicit. You can, filter out some things if it comes to it, but it's nothing wrong with that. To me, that's a healing process.
it is. It is. It's like sometimes too, some people can be going through stuff, especially men, could be going through some things or whatever. And then at some point they finally just cry. That release right there, sometimes you want to see me cry, don't you, cuz?
No, I was just, how flashes. It's like I done had a mini crying man. A lot of men cry. Maybe it's my therapeutic side, but I have a lot of men that cry, and I just be like, oh, okay. I'm gonna let you do what you do, sugar.
You would just let them loose, just let
Ah,
them go
they
ahead
can
and cry.
cry, girl. Go on and cry.
Is it all right for me to cry right now?
No, no. And I think a lot of people in their own, especially during the summer, a lot of people are in their own silos. You see less and less people trying to enjoy the summer and more people being, encapsulated in their house,
Mm-hmm.
being home and not nothing wrong with that because I had me a good nap, but people just want to be chill. They don't want a whole lot of rah rah, and definitely not a whole lot of foolishness. We're gonna say that in people and situations. People are opting out for the foolishness. It's a lot of work. People are
Now,
a lot of work.
yeah, us as people need work, and you ain't lying about that, cuz. And we got Doughboy said, "What's wrong with it?" Talking about releasing yourself or whatever, and then he was just saying facts because again, that's what's wrong with a lot of people. They can't find a release,
They can
or they're
find a
not
release.
willing, huh?
They
I'm
can
sure
find a,
you could.
they can find a
You,
release. I ain't
yeah,
saying
I'm sure you know. I'm sure you can help them out and tell them what to do. But you know, it's like just let it go sometimes. Just let it go. And you know something else, especially guys my age
Mm.
or even a little younger, right? No lie. Now when I go through certain things that's in my life, right? Where in things that I've been educated on in reference to a man my age or even younger or older start going through, and then what we start to lose in our body, and it becomes imbalanced. Now I'm going to name two things that y'all know, and I always talk about this, which is testosterone and estrogen, right? At my age, men's estrogen goes up, so a lot of men become more sensitive. But it's okay to be sensitive about certain things sometimes. But then again, you need to go and get yourself balanced, right? So if you're getting yourself balanced, you need to get that balance of testosterone back up and the estrogen back down. You know what I'm saying? Because women, y'all's testosterone goes up and estrogen goes down. So that tells you why a lot of times some women that's like half 100 and then they be acting up like real bad sometimes. But then the men that's younger, I mean, you know, in their 50s, whatever, now they didn't got sensitive. So I go to Body Symmetry. I know I'm plugging it again, Body Symmetry in Peachtree Corners, Georgia, right? Check them out, Body Symmetry, Peachtree Corners. They'll get you right. You don't have to go to their office. They can get you right from a long distance, right? And if you're concerned about having low energy, or if you think that your testosterone is low, definitely go see them. They'll definitely help you out. And even like women, they have women there that can help other women balance out their hormones.
I want you to, and we both gonna forget. I tell you something, you forget. Both of us forget. But maybe
You
we can go
forgot.
back and look at the video and remember. I want you to do a show, and maybe it may be strictly for men.
Hmm.
I'm finding that a lot of males that I know in conversation are now kind of doing the role of kind of what you think mom would do. I have a lot of males that I know that are frustrated with their children. They're either teenage or adult children with behaviors and situations and stuff like that. I didn't inherently hear anything that my dad or my uncles talked about that situation with the kids. They're doing more with the kids, but it's more emotional situations now.
So you saying that let's say you saying that the man is going through emotional situations trying to help the kids out, or the
Yes.
kid?
No.
Okay.
Helping the kids. I have, friends or people I talk to. It's always, oh God, my son did this, or I gotta help do this. It's or my daughter this, and she grown, but she pregnant, and she need help, but she got a dude, and why this. So it's been a lot of situations going on, and I typically don't remember hearing like my dad, my uncles, or the males in my life talk about those things. Those things typically came through, mothers and aunties talking, oh, my daughter called me about this. So now dads are becoming super emotional, super stressed with a lot of the kids' situation or their children's situation, and then grandkids, and then they moving down the line, and they're in their 40s and 50s, and they are stressed all the way out.
And you're talking about the men.
Men, not mothers. I'm talking about like the males, the fathers.
Yeah.
They are
So
stressed out.
and you are also saying that they are almost taking the role, or they are reacting like how women would react,
Or
right?
not only reacting, but in a lot of the information, dads usually don't, I guess, want to hear those conversations that kids doing this, that, and the third, and break it down. And they having love
Mhm.
problem, all stuff. Fathers be like, go to work and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? But the real of taking on hearing about their daughter situation and having to take on that role, or hearing their son's situation, I'm hearing a lot of it like that. And I just be like, oh, okay.
Now, when you so basically, when it's getting basically let out to you, you're starting to see them be more kind of emotional or
Yes, they're
soft.
frustrated. I don't think it's
Now,
that they're frustrated.
okay, so and then what ages are they typically around?
The men,
Yes.
Let me think. 43 to 55.
That sounds about right, cuz you know what we was just talking about, the testosterone and the estrogen. Now, but it's a whole nother thing because, like you said, it's frustration too.
Oh,
It,
absolutely.
I mean, because it is wild trying to work with some of the young people now. You know, a lot of them are very disrespectful to their parents, and then they just doing too much. Society is providing too much. I'm gonna just call it negativity to kids, and it's making it harder for parents to parent. Shouts out to DJ XL in the building. Said, "Well, well, well. Look who we have here now." You
I
know,
don't think
so
I think when I hear the scenarios, I'm like, yeah, buddy. I'm glad mine, because some of them still have, like teenage, early time. Say, yeah, buddy. Mine is a different realm of 30s foolishness. Y'all getting the young people who have low self esteem. I work with all ages, and I see a lot of parents are mentally ill, which is trickling down to the kids.
let me ask you this, since you're saying it right now.
And I had a rough 3 days. I had to have a nap every day after work because it's been shenanigans with these parents.
So let me ask you this: those ages that you're seeing that in, give me a roundabout age bracket.
Other adults,
Yeah, that they with the
um,
mental health issues.
they have like elementary kids, maybe in their 30s, 40s, 50s. I'm not just talking about fathers because they be snapping fast too, but mothers and fathers. Because
Period.
you know how you just, somebody say something, you just have to pause, like, is that a trick question? I know you're not asking me. And I'm not saying it's a dumb question. Like a parent said,
Hmm.
drop the child off, whatever, guys. What do I do now? And I was like, is this a trick question? I want
Right.
to say, get out of my face and go the hell home. Why are you still standing here if the child is dropped off? What do you mean? I was like, I paused, like, am I having a stroke or something? Because that's a dumb ass question. Well, what I do
You
now?
know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Cuz I think I know what you're talking about. All right, let's take it back to the 80s and some of the 90s. Some of the parents would, if they had to go to social service building or wherever, something like that, they get all in it and know, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that, this, that. They researched, and it's weird because the option, or the option is not what I'm looking for. The let's just say the option for right now, but that's not the word I want to really use. They have more options now to get to a computer
Right.
and get the information they need and to get it done versus back in the 90s and the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like they are more likely to not get it done. Like they're worse than
Yeah.
they're worse
They
now
didn't
than
have
they is.
technology.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I know exactly what you mean. And you sitting there like, huh? I
And
mean,
then like they're like, so I'm sitting whatever, and they just don't have like manners, and I'm like, hold up, I know I'm from up north, but y'all supposed to be Southern Comfort. That's foolishness down here in the South. Ain't no Southern nothing. Just walk in my office. I'm like, hey, good evening. Can I help? I mean, hello. No courtesy, like knock, knock, knock. This the person peeked their head and came in my office. I'm like, you don't know what I'm doing. I could be adjusting my boobs or something. You ain't even
right,
say, and just also, start talking about that child. Oh, if I want to let you know in advance, my child may spaz out. Wait a minute, school ain't even started. We in the
mm,
um, they visit, the area. I'm like, what is happening? Why we start off with that? I don't even know child name. And I'm like, wasn't even paying attention, to the child name because I was diddly dialing. But I'm like, that's how we gonna introduce your child? Oh, they saw somebody dying from them. They saw somebody else die. And I'm like, okay, what is happening? like say, hey, can I talk to you about my child? My child is this and great. What do you do to? Why are you telling me? First of all, you don't even know what it is. So you sitting here telling me a story. You're preparing me for some foolishness that this child's new to my school, and I'm like, oh boy, because when you start off before school even started with a story, I'm like, oh boy, and guess what? I saw the story today walking around. I said, see, yeah, it's. And I'm like, the parents is cuckoo for both wives. And I'm not being smart. It's like some things are unintelligible, and you just like. And I pause before I say something slick. So I have to be careful. I don't use my Baltimore voice when I'm professional because they can't handle it in the South. It's a little too rough around the edges for them. So I have to talk in my professional. And I just be like, and I be laughing like, what is this tomfoolery? What it's just like, what is wrong with you? But it's not just one. It was parent after parent the same day, and I'm like, is it me? And then I asked my coworker, is it me? They was like, no, you're right. They was down, stairs at the, and I'm just like, because I thought it was me being mean, but this be a whole lot. So if I know they stress me out, not really stress, but they come with the foolishness. I know they giving children the foolishness business all day. They engulfed in too much personal grown people crap. They fighting with the baby daddy. They got a new boyfriend. They fighting with this. They got a girlfriend now. The grandmother tired of them. I see great grandparents picking kids up. Wait a minute. Great grandparents picking up little kids? Child.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, the reason why I was asking you too, cuz, was because I was asking you ages. You were saying from 30s, 40s, 50s.
It's both of them, but they both, I don't know, 30s, late 30s, 40s.
And a little bit of
it's a certain area. It's public now, but not really public.
But do you think, and this is why I asked you that too, do you think it's generational? Do you think it's that generation?
I don't think it's that generation because I had an old lady snap on me for no reason. And I was just like, I just asked a question. And I'm like, she must don't know. Again, I had to suppress, because they say we're a little aggressive up north. I was like, yeah. And I said, now she must be no. She's like, you doing too much. I said, do you have a ticket to get into the event for the children? It's a security thing. Everybody think I'm security for the OJs. I'm always at the security desk. You know what I'm saying? Helping out. You doing too much. Yeah, and I said, it's not doing too much. It's only a certain amount of tickets per child. Just when you go graduate, they get 6 tickets. She wasn't on the list. I said, well, you can step to the side and call the mama and y'all figure out who coming in, because it was on limited. What was wrong with that? Oh my God. And she was probably 60-ish African Americans. And she present very well. She came up checking. I'm like, is she talking to me? Because the other people was other than me, of other ethnic group. So, when black people start hollering, niggas ski. So I'm sitting there minding my bed. I said, okay. See, this is my phone. See, I call security. Because see, what you're not going to do is act crazy.
Let me ask you this. And this is no shot to no race or ethnicity or any of that. Did you see that little story on where they was trying to make a whites only neighborhood, or whites only area, right? Have you seen that?
They have those. What you talking about? That ain't nothing new.
Well, this is boiling on the internet right now. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about literally.
So those of you who don't know about some regions, and we have it in Maryland, but definitely in the South, sundown towns. Look it up.
Oh yeah. I'm familiar with the sundown
town. In a sundown town after dark, it is still happening, and very close to where I live at, like literally, 5 to 7 minutes from where I live at. I travel. I've been traveling all summer, y'all. I've been traveling. My cousin too. He took me nowhere, ain't got no money. or my cousin. But I've been traveling, and some of the trips I took, I could drive to. And I seen the Confederate flag. I'm like, please, car, don't fail me now, child. And I cut the corner, especially if I'm definitely traveling by myself. So it is very prevalent in the South to see them Confederate flags. And they don't be like little babies. Like, no, you can see them on the belt. Where you be like, oh, let me hurry up and get on Gizzard. Cause
Thank you so much, Pokey Sue, for the super chat. Thank you so much. $5 from Pokey Sue, cause we can go get something. You know what I'm saying?
A little tasty.
Yeah. Thank you, Pokey Sue, for the.
I give me one bottle soda in Atlanta. Not Atlanta. Where I went to Louisiana, child. They told me $5 for a bottle of soda. They could have kept that thing.
You know what's funny? We was down there, I think it was in January. And yeah, they was a little high down there. It was a little high.
2 chips and a chip and 2 sodas is $14. Yeah, let me order Instacart to my hotel since I'm gonna be here a couple days. No shit.
Yeah,
it was pricey this summer. I need to hustle. I need that $5 Pokey, but yeah, it's a lot going on. I'm just the mental illness of people, and it's every day that I had to stop and look at people like, is that a real question? Like, are you pooping me? You know the other word, but it just be like, what? Like you somebody parent. I'm gonna scare you and the child gonna put their finger in the socket at this point.
But you know what? It was a reason why I asked you that though, and I ain't get to that. Now you just reminded me back. Pokey Sue said, "Yeah, I spent the whole show trying to get a super chat, accept the payments. So hopefully we're gonna have to work on that." And she also said, "Please support our host. We have super chats again. Thank you so much, Pokey Sue." Now, here's my thing, because the reason why I asked you that, right? The reason why I asked you that. Do you think that now you just was talking about it? You said that all this stuff was going on with the parent, whatever, blah, 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 right? But then you said that there was a certain ethnicity. Tonight, I'm tongue twisting tonight. But anyway, so do you think that the sisters be doing too much or overreacting on a lot of things?
Can I say this for the South? Both sides use the race card. I've gotten an email. Well, I'm in an email cluster that my child is of color and y'all didn't do X, Y, Z. No, Miss Ma'am, you didn't do. So we couldn't do. If you don't do first, we don't know the child. How are you gonna do? How are you gonna take care of the resolution? So foolishness, because when you get denied, you want to throw in, oh, my child of color, or a lot of people think their children are gifted. I don't know what they're supposed to be gifted in, because their child can't even walk up the steps right. So you talking about gifted? They always, other ethnic folk always think their children is gifted. No, you're not, sugar. No, they not. They may act gifted in front of you, but they come to school, they ungifted because they want to get tested to be gifted. I'm like, your child's not gifted, sugar. But both sides of races play it. Especially, it's been a rough maybe 5 days because we've even gotten messages over the weekend. So it was not a free weekend. Although, school was Monday through Friday, it was not a free weekend. It was still shenanigans. And I'm going to even take it further. Parents are asking what color or sexuality a teacher is. What difference does that make? They teach content. If that man got a husband, that ain't none of my business. What does that have to do affecting the child? And my thing, if that's what you want, you need to find a different public education, because sugar, the South is the land of everybody is free. And y'all know what I mean. Or are they aggressive black women because they don't like black women? They say we yell too much. And because I was accused of yelling, I probably didn't. I probably told them be quiet or have a seat because it's too hot in here. But they think we are aggressive, so their little tender little sugar macaronis is too tender. But when they get in their work world, that's why they need that 5 milligrams so they can go to work and not have a nervous breakdown. So I get it from both sides. I've had staff with both sides because they said, what's your superpower? The spirit of discernment. Because when I see foolishness, you have the foolishness. I don't have time. Adults.
So do you think Can you see more of one side than the other with the complaints or anything?
No, both sides.
So
You
there's
mean
no
white
even.
or black or who
Yeah,
complain?
yeah.
No, they all got bullshit ass stuff going on.
See, the thing is,
Everybody want us to play the parent, but they don't play the parent. They are the parent entitled, but they want us to make sure school's over so they can get food. Wait a minute, why come? Where's your food? They want us to nurture and be the boo-boo, but then they come school half dead, in the morning. Wait a minute. You can't want me to love your child more than you take care of your child. We have them more times of the day, and we only ask you to be respectful and send them with the things they need. If your child is a peer, your child peed, send extra clothes to school. It is not my obligation of the school to have extra clothes for your child. Who does that? But people have a sense of entitlement. It's entitlement.
yeah, I can see that because they think that you're supposed to do this because you work here, or you're supposed to go by the code of here. So I
Yeah.
mean, I can see sometimes they try to throw that on you or whatever.
All the
But
time. That's
thing,
not my job to buy your child under rules. First of all, I ain't touching them. They go in that bathroom and change their own clothes. I'm gonna give them a plastic bag and work it out. I'm not touching nobody's kid. It's like they going swimming because I'm at a nature school. Send them a change of clothes. We did a what's the water slide at the end of the year.
mhm.
They had a little thing in the back. They no water shoes. You had kids on the back parking lot on their feet on the ew. And I was like,
Right.
no flip flops or water shoes. Yikes!
I'm one of them people. Like I don't really like my feet touching just anything. Now I was gonna say Nate from upstate. Excel said he almost got caught up in a sundown town in Maryland when he worked for Hickey.
You got that
So
right.
that's up there. That's like Western Maryland, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I used to travel out that way a lot, like out there, Antietam, and we used to be all out there. So yeah, I can definitely see that. But you know what, man, a lot of times, I mean, you got a lot of those guys out there, whatever. But then you got a lot of folks that I've noticed this a lot of times too. You got a lot of folks that when they were younger, they used to be all about the racism and just all that, right?
Yeah,
But then sometimes they grow out of it.
yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
it's passed down from the parentage, from what back in
Yeah,
the day and what history have on it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell y'all a good movie, and I don't know if you've seen this because Rosewood.
Oh my gosh, they got it on TV. No, Prime, I want to buy it again. Yes. When they killed Florida Evans, when they killed Esther Rose, my
That was
God.
messed up, right?
That's a good
That's
movie.
the reason why I
Don
brought that movie
Cheadle,
up.
Ving Rhames,
Ving
Esther
Rhames, yep.
Rose. Oh God. What's the girl name? She played oh Lord. D.L. Hughley wife, Elise Neal. She was a young
I
girl
don't,
that Don Cheadle wanted to marry. Elise Neal.
the light skin one.
Yeah, got real nice little shade. Yeah.
I didn't know that was his. I didn't know, but that
Yeah,
movie
not
was
his wife,
good.
but she played it on a show they were on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Elise
Yeah, no,
Neal.
that movie was powerful. That was a good
Yes.
movie, and it was like what you was just talking about, and I guess what I mentioned too was that how sometimes they could be racist when they're young, but then when they get a little older, they grow out of it a little bit. But on that movie, like I said, it a lot of times it shows it's taught. Remember the
Mm-hmm.
little boy, the son, and the guy,
Yeah,
the
he
little boy
spazzed
didn't
out on
want
the father. I don't want to be racist. I don't want to. But like I said, it's taught, but it's passed down. And a lot of time, if they caught in a community of people that's racist, they don't want to be the outcast. They don't want to be racist because that's all they know is their town, their people. Where would they go? Like a lot of us, we moved from our hometown for whatever reason. So people didn't think, let me move to another area so that I don't have those feelings that I have harboring over other people. Because what is the point of hating another race? And that is a good example. And I said I love that movie, and it make you cry, but it make you think. And then you see it a couple times, you see different things, but then you also connect some of that to real world now that still happens. So I love Rosewood. So yeah, y'all got to see Rosewood.
Yeah, that's a very, very good movie. very
That's when they
powerful.
killed Esther
I
Rose.
think
Florida.
it was really. I think that was it was actually a true story, and that was a town that used to be
Blacktown,
in Florida.
Florida. Right. And they
Yeah,
got rid of the
and then they
town.
wiped out now because of what happened, all that happened. So
Mhm.
that again, if y'all get a chance, go see Rosewood. You
Rosewood.
said
It's
it's on
on
Tubi or
Prime. It's on Prime.
okay,
You know, when you do the Prime, they show what movies come out. Let me make sure it's
yeah,
Prime or TV. Wait a minute. It's Prime or TV.
yeah, that
Um,
was a very good movie. But uh, Excel also said them chats are slow, and they said California, Maryland,
and
Rising Sun,
Sunrise,
Maryland.
yeah, Rising Sun, where the
Yeah.
casino, what they call a casino, Lord, Perryville Casino. You got that
Mm.
right.
Wow. Yeah, it's been so long since I heard those names or whatever. But like I said, especially the areas where I be at now, it's like, it you could easily say that. And shoot, I may have rode through plenty of them at times, but it's a blessing that I never ran into problems. And then the people that I meet down here, I ain't even gonna lie to you. They've been really, really good people. Um, I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? They've been really good people. I haven't really ran into really nothing to talk about. So, and then a lot of times it's the way you carry yourself too.
Absolutely,
If you coming
absolutely.
in, bruh,
And
all this old stuff, and
starting, yeah. And I can
I'll
say
tell
the
you,
same thing for me, Cree. I don't have those issues where I live. To be honest with you, I've had more, and I'm just gonna say white people kinder to me than black people. Even when I'm on a plane, because I'm, have a little condition, and I'm supposed to get my bag. It's always a white gentleman helping me with my bag. Hey, can I help you with your bag to get it down?
mhm,
I saw you struggling, and it ain't never, my people, as we say. It's always when I say absolute, or like I have a card, and I'm just everybody in the South know about Publix market, walking. Oh, let me
mhm,
take your card. They not asking me nothing. They not being derogatory. They're not saying nothing. Just, oh, can I take your card? And I don't think they
right.
say well, reparation. I'm gonna take card. It's just genuine. Or you in the grocery store, hey, how you doing? Good evening. How are you? How's your
Mhm,
day? It's how you carry yourself. Because I'm bootylicious anyway when I'm out. So
mhm.
so I don't have those issues. I live in a predominantly white area. Don't have them issues. It's how you carry yourself. Hey, speak. Hey, Miss So and So. Let me check on
Right.
these people. And the old white, it doesn't matter. They're people. And I mind my business. My neighbors mind their business. If something happened, some of my neighbors, because they see me with my suitcase. Where you been? I'm like, okay, you nosy. But I haven't had any problems, knock on wood or plastic, whatever going on. And I'm blessed. It's just certain situations people pop off here and there, but for the most part, my experience has been better. My living conditions in further south than being back home in Maryland.
I feel you, cousin. Like I said, if you see the areas where I be at now, it'd be so crazy. It is definitely you would never think I would be at these areas, but like I told you, just genuine, great people, and you carry yourself properly and everything, and then they're gonna show you some respect. You know what I mean? Um, and I don't have anything bad to say. Now, I do hate racism on both sides. I hate it. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? But I haven't really seen it. And shouts out to everybody I come in contact with it that show me love. I show them love, and it is what it is with that.
And
Now,
I want parents to get better at that because I'll say good morning, good morning. Y'all know that's not, I'm not usually pleasant, but I gotta be pleasant with the children. And they just keep walking. It's like their parents don't say, how parents say, did you hear an adult speak? Or you seen a teacher supposed to speak? They don't teach them nowadays that you're supposed to speak. Somebody say good morning, say good morning. Especially if you're in the education, I say speak to everybody in the Walmart. But if I say good morning, I'm not chipper, but good morning. You're getting a lot out of me for maybe 30 minutes with this good morning crap. That's what I said in my mind. And they just look at me like they never seen a black person ever. Again, I'm at a predominantly white school, or
You know
identify.
what's funny, cuz? A lot of times, and I was just having this conversation the other day. A lot of times I speak, but I don't look to get spoken back to.
I
I'll
don't
just be,
either.
hey, how's it going? You know what I mean? Because that's how you can dismiss a lot of things. Even if somebody try and crack slick or whatever, or a little slick or whatever, you just keep stepping. Because when you keep stepping, that's showing strength and power.
Yeah,
You
I
know
ain't
what I
got time.
mean?
Every time I ain't listening anyway. You know, I ain't
Yeah.
listening. But I'm just saying how they growing kids up to not say. And the parents, you might say, you know, wave and say good morning, and they'll look at you, the kid. And that's why the kids don't speak, because you walking up to a school where we have pleasantries, and guess what, sugars? You're gonna see the African American people. So get over it, because guess what? Most of us are at the top. The majority of us are down. We're all administrators. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna see us more so than the other folk, especially in the area I live. It's predominantly African Americans who reside in the school districts as leaders. So you're gonna see me. I've been out there this is my 5th school year, 5 years. So you're gonna get us. So sometimes people say that. They intimidate that sugar, go to school, get your credentials. I'm in my 2nd doctorate program. So if you want to be up here with the big dogs, guess what, sugar? You got to spend that money and you got to go to school and get your credentials. But they mad. Right. Why you mad, sugar? I'm up at night. I'm tired. I'm old. I'm tired. Right. But I have to do what I have to do because that's my life plan. But don't be mad because I went and did what I was supposed to do so I can be one of the boogers at the time. I'm tired of being tired. It's a lot of work at the time. If you want to come on do this work,
gotta pay your dues.
Yeah, come on in the room. Sunday, I was doing therapy with the staff because everybody was anxious. You know, a lot of people had anxiety about beginning of school because in the South we start school pretty early. So school is started for us in the South. We is tired.
Like
it's
August 1st.
Huh?
August 1st.
The 4th, Monday.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My third day, I need a nap every day. This week, I need a nap. I just woke up at 10 o'clock. I'm like, what is happening? Because it's all day. It's something going on. It's a parent issue. It's a issue that shouldn't even be an issue. The sense of entitlement. You know what I mean? So it's all day long.
Now, Excel said, "Cause adults don't speak, right?" And he also said, "I greet people walking in the store. 1 in 5 actually speak." And see, that's what I'm saying. That's why a lot of times I say, "Hey, how's it going?" I ain't looking at his mouth or his body reaction or nothing. I just say, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm keeping it going. You know what I mean?
Because it's too much.
Because you ain't about to. If you are in a negative space that day, you ain't about to ruin my day because you was in the negative space and I saw you give me some little sour face and all that. No, you're gonna keep on walking with your sour face because I didn't say, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm keep on step. You know what I mean? So that's how I am.
We have a big sign that we bring out and put at the door, no parents past this part, because we don't want people roaming in the building. I said, good morning, and they coming up to the steps, they see the sign. I'm like, you playing with me, right? You see the sign, right? You just gonna try to and I said, excuse me. You done walked over the line inside the door. Sugar, where you going? Because it's a safety issue. They feel entitled that they go to the front office. Sugar, we all in the morning trying to run around, get bus, make sure their children are safe. And you trying to, I'm going to the office. No, hold up. Now see, I'll dial them digits again because we have bought parent for popping off. But because they be real bad sometimes. But I'm trying to ask you where you go for the safety. And guess what? If your child was in that situation, you would want me to keep them safe as well, correct? Because I'm trying to sneak up and start on the teachers. You know what I'm saying? You know, our teachers at the door, they get the kids set up. They have an issue with the teacher, so they want to confront them. No, sugar. They trying to get everybody, children together and calm down because they have to have that decompression from being with you all day and night. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of decompression that has to be done. It's a lot of mental health to dealing with students when they come back from dealing with their parents all summer. The parents and drove the kids crazy. They was crying. It was, having nervous breakdown. I'm talking about kids and parents. I was like, I want to go home. So it was all day.
And see, that's the thing. Like, just imagine what it takes for you to have to get up every morning and go face that again.
But that's why I said I can't finna be on here no late because I'm burnt out. I needs me a nap, and I'm supposed to be up doing work. And I saw my cousin on the podcast. But it is, we are burnt. Because I have a team that I manage over, and everybody said they had to have a nap, and it's only day 3. We is tired
Right.
like it's June. I was like, it feel like June already because it's the same. It's foolishness already that you think we've dealt
And
with.
it's going to get worse, unfortunately.
And
It's
the
going to
parents are
progress
just like starting and writing emails and superintendents, and it's like, sugar, it
already.
was your fault. You didn't do this.
Already.
You sugar. What you want us to do? If I didn't enroll my child because I didn't do proper paperwork, is that everybody's fault? No, sugar. It's your fault. But you want us to make exception. Sugar, we can't. This is the policy. We have a closed list. What you want us to do? Sit your child on top of another child that's crowded. We have no.
Now, Pokey Sue said, "Amen. If you say good morning or hello, they should be courteous and speak back."
No,
I
man.
absolutely agree to
Yeah,
that.
I do
That's
too.
what's
But
supposed
sugar,
to
for
happen,
love.
but most people don't, and that's why I do what I do. And I say, "Hey, how's it going?" You know what I mean? Keep it moving, because a lot of people are definitely not doing what they're supposed to do these days. And then it's so much going on with people these days that they can't even drum up the energy to say hi back or
I
good
feel
morning
you.
back.
And when I see parents who drop off kids and you say good morning, I think they're so happy to get away from them kids. Not that the kid, because everybody, just because you're a parent, may not be able to parent. You know what I mean? And it may be very stressful to be a parent on them, and they can't wait. So dang, being nice and sweet, take that child on for at least 8 hours to give me a break. And they look like they need a break. I mean, everybody meant to be children. That's why I say God bless me with one. Amen. Hallelujah. I was not meant to have 10 and all these folks, because I don't like that. That's too many people. That's too many people in my
But
life.
see, you know what? That's the thing, because like a lot of these kids today, and I said this when my kids was in school. If you think about it, okay, we supposed to parent these kids. I mean,
Right.
we need to be doing our parenting and everything. But you gotta realize that there is they spend more time. All right, you do all your best being a parent and raising the kids, molding them and to the right thing. But then if you think about it now, you about to go out and let them off to the bus, and they're gonna be with all these other kids that have they grew up with different parenting what they learned from their parents, and it may not mesh with yours, and then now they're going to go to and now they get to school, and all these other kids, it's just constant, just like messing with your kid's head, and now you got to come back home and try to show them again every day. You ain't gonna win. You know what I mean? So and Excel said he correct them. Now for the kids, yeah, I correct them. I ain't about to waste no time and correct an adult, but I will correct the kid. Like, hey,
It's
you
too
supposed
many
to say
kids
hello
to
or
correct.
whatever.
And I say, you know what? Year after year, same kids. Some of them been there. They'll look at me and still walk. I'm not. I'm still say good morning. When my time is up, I'm gonna go sit in my office. I'm still
Right.
gonna show them that they're gonna remember. Oh, that black fat lady that was at the front. She used to say good morning to me. Why did not speak? Because you think about stuff like that. We get older. I remember sister so and so. I went to Catholic school, and they was this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you remember those things. And I say it take a lot for me to be bubbly in the morning with kids because that's just not my personality. Charlie, good morning. So I have another staff person. She bubbly. She like all those antics because she don't have no kids too. So you
Right.
don't understand the burnout of being a parent. So yeah, people and the mental illness I see it on parents. I really think a lot of these parents are just parenting because you don't have a choice other than put them in foster care or give them to somebody. They just like wait until 18. Hey, I can't wait till they're 18. I did this. I got pregnant. I didn't want to terminate. Now I'm taking care of this kid, and I'm tired. And it's not a color. It's both colors. It's multiple ethnic people that's tired. Some people are so happy and tell the kid, and some of them just look like, please God, when is 18 coming? I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
I mean
Oh
that's
shit.
about true. And like I said, a lot of times too, because like and I was asking you what side was it the most or whatever. I mean, I remember going. We was out somewhere, whatever, and was on an elevator, and the girl come on and say 14. You know, she's talking about press her button because she's on the floor, 14th floor. Like, girl, you crazy. I just sat there, looked at her, and the folks that was with me was like, you like, they showed in their body language like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
what I'm saying. A lot of people are rude now, and
Oh gosh,
a
yeah.
lot of people just got so much going on in their lives, and their mental health is just declining. So it's a little rough or whatever, but it is what it is. Because man,
All
it
right,
is so good
Sugar.
to see you, and it's so good to see you. And when I get back, I'm gonna try to. It's like that, cuz I'm gonna try to
You been getting back
uh
a whole lot. I ain't got no deposit in my account.
I,
I don't have my
I know.
ticket. I ain't got
You
nothing
know
going
what?
on.
I'm
Tuition is
about to hook
due.
my cousin up. I'm about to hook her up. Watch. You just watch and see. It's about to go down over here in Creektown. So you'll see. You're gonna be proud of cuz. If you ain't never been proud of
Oh
me
my
before, you're about
gosh.
to be proud of me now, cuz. So anyway, we're gonna lock this thing down and we're gonna jump back at it. I'm gonna be in touch with you, cuz, and we're gonna make some plans and hopefully everything gets a little bit smoother for you at work and everything. And
Everything
um
is smooth.
and
I
I'm
go back
here
in
and
my
I'll be
office
checking
and
back
sit
up on
down.
you.
Yep, it's the
Huh?
first week. I said, yep. I said, I'm gonna go sit down. But to all parents in the South, good luck. We is tired already. First
Yeah.
week of school.
So yeah. So love you, cuz. I'll talk to you in a day or so. All right.
All right, Sugar.
All right. All right.